Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special Reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I bring on a guest that I had on in the past, and I liked him so much I had to bring him right back. So today's guest is Scott Page. He is a spokesperson and CEO over at LifeGuide Partners. Scott, welcome back to the show.
No, thank you, Adam. It's a pleasure to be back.
Oh, man, so I'm excited to get into what you're doing and also, the importance of what everybody should be doing in 2020 with their life insurance policies. But before we do that, like that little cliffhanger there, Scott, but before we do that, I don't want to assume everybody heard your first episode. I think we recorded last time maybe about a year ago or something like that. So first off, let's just start with you giving us a background of what you're up to at LifeGuide Partners.
Absolutely. We perform free life insurance policy appraisals. And what that means is your life insurance policy has a value, the value while you're alive, and we can tell you what that value is and help consumers convert that into the cash they need today, whether they no longer need the policy or they don't want to pay the premiums or their needs have changed. And it's a dirty secret that the life insurance companies do not want you to know. So we will tout what we do to the highest mountains and let consumers know that it's your right to sell your policy. It's personal property. And at LifeGuide Partners, we can tell you exactly how much that policy is worth.
And let's talk about, so some of the people listening right now are probably, they don't necessarily know some of those. And it still shocks me, and I remember it from our last interview. It's a shocking amount on how many policies go into default and why the service that you provide is so important. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Absolutely. It's estimated that between 85 and 90% of every life insurance policy issued never pays a death claim, because the insureds either can no longer afford the premiums, their needs have changed, they allow the policy to lapse, it runs out of cash value, and all those things are what the life insurance companies are banking on is going to happen. But at LifeGuide Partners, we change those odds. We give the consumers the information they need to know as to what their policy value is, and we can help them convert it into cash.
And so that's part of it. I mean, so like you mentioned, like companies are counting on this, and they're, obviously insurance is very nuts and bolts in terms of like it's all math, it's actuarial tables, all these other things. So in terms of their profit margin, other things, they know that there's a percentage that are going to default, and that's all baked into their profits. So what happens is somebody pays 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, right, or however many years, and they're paying on a policy, and then for whatever reason they let it lapse. Maybe they, like you mentioned, they can't afford the payment. Other things happen, and then all those years of payment really go to, if they don't call a company like yours, it goes into default, and now it's worthless, right?
Absolutely. That's why you never see life insurance companies with going out of business signs on their doors or health insurance companies. They're designed to win the bet. It's like the house always wins. And when you're gambling in Vegas, the house always wins. And that house is the insurance companies until we came along, and we're changing those odds. We've been doing this for over 30 years. We've helped thousands of Americans, and we've put millions of dollars into the hands of Americans when they needed it the most.
So let me get this straight. They don't pick up the phone and do courtesy calls like, hey, you still alive? Nope, that's not happening, right? Okay, got it. I digress. Let's switch it up, Scott. I want to get into what we should all be thinking about going into 2020. New year, new decade. People are doing a lot of getting their financial houses in order. Obviously, part of having the financial house in order, a big piece of that is your insurance. So let's get into that.
Absolutely. And what we recommend at LifeGuide is each person get a policy appraisal on an annual basis. It's a free service, and it's almost, you have a 401k, you have a car value, you have art. These are things, your house, you always want to appraise the assets you own in case you have to liquidate. And life insurance is no different. So we're recommending that everyone go through their annual life insurance appraisal, figure out how much that policy is worth this year, and then call if it's not the value you need or you don't have the needs to convert it into cash, call back again next year. Our service is free, and once we contact you, if you would like, we'll even reach out to you on a regular basis, reach out to consumers and provide them with a no-cost free policy, life insurance policy appraisal.
And so, I mean, I was a financial advisor in finance for almost, 14 years. And I mean, you're normal, just for everybody listening, your financial advisor it's not going to be able to really, to evaluate your life. They can look at your life insurance plan, but I couldn't tell a client, if you were to go into the secondary market right now and sell this policy, this is how much money you could get. So in order to get something like this done, you do have to go to a specialty company like LifeGuide Partners, because it's a little bit more than just looking at the sheet and seeing what the cash value is. Am I right?
It is. We've developed analytics over the last 30 years, and we take into consideration longevity, life expectancy, the individual's health, how long that they may live, and there's another tool to financial planning, which is understanding everyone's longevity. And another tool we have is a life expectancy calculator. You can't make a plan unless you know how long you're planning for. And I think it's a good exercise for everyone to have some idea of how long we're going to have the pleasure of being on this earth and how much it's going to cost us. Because without that basic knowledge of how long we may live, it's hard to make any type of financial plan or any types of plans.
And as you mentioned, the valuation, all that stuff, no catches, no nothing. You've been doing this 30-some years. It's free. It's free when you say it's free. It's free when they call you. There's nothing hidden there, right?
No, it's absolutely free. Our services are free. If the policy gets converted into cash, we do receive a referral fee from whomever we recommend the transaction go through. But as far as appraisals, client information, resources, all that's free at LifeGuide Partners.
Oh, that's awesome. And so, Scott, what's the best way for somebody to get more information?
Well, they can check us out on the web at www.webuy75, that's WEBUY75, or simply give us a call at 844-WEBUY75. Again, that's 844-WEBUY75. And one of our helpful case managers are standing by and can provide you with a quick free policy appraisal.
And that's awesome. Well, hey, Scott, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about all the great stuff you have going on in LifeGuide Partners. Really important part of the financial plan is considering the life insurance side and what that's worth, and also how that works, your longevity plan works into everything. So I love all the things you guys are doing over there. And one more time, the phone number?
It's 844-WEBUY75. That's 844-WEBUY75.
Perfect. So, Scott, thanks again for coming on the show. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. We sure did. It was a lot of fun recording this for you. So if you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast or the YouTube channel. Leave me a review. Do all those great things we do to support our podcasters. I really do appreciate it. And, Scott, thanks for coming back on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adam.